he must have take Mali, because the thing is this, even when they ask the principal, has anyone seen him doing anything like out of the ordinary? Like what is not his character? But I'm going to play the thing. He says, absolutely not. So when you ask the auntie, did he come across like somebody who would have run away? Did he come like somebody who that if you talk to me? The auntie said no. So I am trying to figure out where their mindset come from to saying he's eating too much. I mean, him have the craving. Because don't forget, at 2 breakfasts him eating in the morning, He meet the one with the cook. He meet the one from Mr. T, the curry chicken and white rice. I don't know what the cook for him. And then 2 o'clock, you're eating pizza, box food, and I'm sure they probably have break time as well. So they're blatant telling us that this kid have the munchies. They tell me that he's got the munchies.
That might be the insinuation, but you see, people with sense and people who've encountered raising especially a growing boy, and he seemed like an active child as well. You understand? That wouldn't be the first place you go. Because enough of we as men, when we grow up, we hear with mother, with grandmother, with auntie, whoever talk about, boy want to me out of house and home. Allow me to tell? You understand? You grow, you go get to a point, you understand, where you go to start eat more. So anybody who that try put that on this little youth, me feel like yes, there's some nefarious intention there, because that don't seem like this child's character at all. You understand? But as I said, I don't disagree with the rest of what you said. I just say try and make that point.
No, right? And let me tell you something. I am a person where I don't shut down or fight down a person's opinion, because none of we know, we just speculate and going off our opinion.
Right.
Where my opinion land right now, I feel like the first set of cover-up start from the principal. That's my personal opinion. And I remember, because I've been doing this from the beginning, and I remember everybody break had stopped until the principal come out and told us that his staff member who knows him well saw him. All right, let me ask you this, right? Yeah. You and I go to school at some point in our life. Right. Would you, out of school, saw a teacher, right? And a teacher call you and you run out of school?
I have never done that.
Would you? Because I know for a fact, if I saw a teacher that I know from school and that teacher call me, I am going, because I go worry, say, yo, when I go to school tomorrow, bunny whalers, I'm going to the teacher. No, again, remember when Jayden leaves to school in the morning, Jayden would not have any idea what happened to the baby, because the baby, for all he knows, the baby could have come back home 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. The baby could have went back home. So what if, right, the baby had went back home, let's say 12 o'clock. Jayden finished school 2 o'clock and run away while the baby there at home. It don't make no sense, my brother. If them same sensible, like them same sensible, it don't make any sense.
You see, there are several parts of this thing when I add up, but at the same time, coming from my own lived experience, and let me just put this out there, I do feel like something happened to this child, and people who are directly related to him know exactly what happened. So let me just set that out there. But on the other side of that, anybody who know me growing up would describe me as someone who's very intelligent, very mature. You get what I say? But I can also look back in my life and honestly say there were some times I may make some stupid mistakes. Because remember, you're a picnic now, you think like a child, no matter how mature you are, you think like a child. And sometimes you don't look on the bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? So you make an irrational or rash decision. Do you think that's a fair thing to say, right? Remember one time, for example, I remember when me and my mother went getting to it over, and she simply said to me, say, wait till me call your father. I know what me do? Me wait till my mother drop asleep. And me in my room they pretend like say me organize my dresser drawers, right? And me find a suit of clothes to put on over what I had on. And me run away. Because I'm so afraid of my father. You get what me I say? The fact that she said to me, wait till me call your father. Here's the other part of that. You know my father went there at the time? My father went there prison. You get what me I say? So there's nothing that he could have physically done to me, even if she called him. You get what me I say? There's nothing that he could have physically done to me at the time. But men just so afraid of this man. And just wait till me call your father. Trigger me.
Yeah.
Me decide to send me around. You get what me I say?
Right. So from
and I'm not saying go ahead.
You could have well go like what you say. So that means to say again. So we'd have to pity on the hyena because unless them gonna say when time she come down in the bed that dirt, you know, I say my take her stick before she come down.
Right. Because as me I say, you know, sometimes a child go think like a child. You get what me I say? And we are all big people, we can admit that yes, something in this case not right. But look on some of my foolishness what we do as picnic. You get what me I say?
I them take him a door. I them take him
me not disagree with you. If
you see the text message them that I've seen, I them take him away. I tell you I them take him away. Right now I feel that I can at this put my life on I them take him away. Right now I just try to pin one of them. Because at the moment me have about 4 of them, 5 of them pan the girls. Me have Tammy, me have Russian, me have Demar, me have the hyena and Pedro.
I feel like somebody in his family did something to him. I definitely feel like that. You get what me say? So me no disagree with the hypothesis at all. You know?
I've listened to the interview with the auntie when she said somebody called her and told her that Jayden is by the hospital with a head injury. Have you ever heard that one?
To be honest, I don't remember. Me no one lie and say yes. I was following this thing closely, but me no me miss. You know, there are some gaps, some problem miss out.
There's a lot of things that raise my eyebrow. For example, things that they said, because I don't know if probably that's the first time you've been on this live, but for me, I repeat what they said. So if a person disagreed with what I said, basically you're disagreeing with them. And she said somebody called her and told her that Jayden is at the hospital with a head injury. No, that was a Friday night. And you have to ask yourself these questions because you're so intelligent. Friday night, the thing not spread yet, say missing. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So, how a stranger would have then phone she and tell her, say, Jayden at the hospital with head injury?
You see, my bigger question to that would be, what did she do with the information? Assuming that I didn't hear the interview, because as I said, I don't remember some parts of this thing, right? What did she do with that info? She go down there?
She go down there and she just see him.
And then what? And
then, but my thing is this, yeah? Right? And you see, I am so disappointed in the police of Jamaica, because if they had followed certain leads and carry out certain questions, I think we'd have get somewhere by now. Because at least if I do the phone calling and the phone calling, you don't have to give me a phone and make me track back one of them people, you know.
You see, the thing is, I think it kind of highlights a bigger cultural issue that we have in Jamaica when it comes to, we don't focus on protecting children as much as, you know, we pretend to be. Now, every now and then when something like this case happens, people come out and, you know, lobby and protest and they have the most to say. But I don't feel like it's a cultural norm within our society where we focus on protecting kids as much. You get what I'm saying? Remember, just for going a tangent, me tell you how I'm afraid of my father, right? My bigger sister, she ain't equally as if she never more afraid of him, and this is before him go prison. Remember one time she run away and she run away, got to our one of our classmate house. The mother was a police officer, right? And instead of, for example, bringing the child into the station or bringing, some sort of mediation in, if you say, all right, why is this child, this young girl, at the time my sister was in probably like grade 6, right? What is happening at home make this child feel, I'm marking, my sister never one bad girl. My sister went, top our class, say me really bright and everything, but there was abuse going on in the home. You get what me I say? I know the police woman do. She looking on my sister textbook and find my parents' number and call my father to come pick up my sister from our house. And so then go for my sister, brother. You understand? When me tell us that they beat my father give me sister, I was bro, may I tell us that sorry. Even as a big man in my 30s now, me can't forget that. The man broke up a mop stick upon her. And the next day, he tell her, after he done beat her to a pulp, he tell her to stand up in front of one standing mirror, right? That we had. And he said, look upon your face. That time that my sister mouth bust up, one her eye could have barely open. And you know what he said? The same way you go to school a morning. You get what me I say? My father was an ex-soldier, right? And he had a there's this kind of sick psychological thing a lot of military people do. You get what me I try to say? You understand? Remember my father used to ask me some question like, you want to be now or a morning before you go to school? And when Metal said some things I used to get licked for, brother, I never nothing, I like to get one B instead of an A. You understand? Or if you drop one glass. Or you never come quick enough when he call you. You get what me I try to say? So we culture no focus on protecting children as much. So it makes sense to me why the police were lax in how they do this investigation.
Say no, I agree with you, but we cannot and we should not sit down and say, you know what, because we have to try and change the British cycle somewhere, because
absolutely.
When I was growing up, you're right, it was a different time, it was a different culture, because those are the days where they used to say as a child you should be seen and not be heard, kind of thing. So we grow up now and see that no. A child must know that they've been heard, or their voice can be heard. You be respectable and say whatever you want and stuff like that. And we have to protect them because they are the future. So I find this, because a lot of people ask me why Jayden, but the why is for me, it's because of the people I'm supposed to trust the most. They are the ones that I'm suspicious for him are missing. So that raises a big red flag as well, because if you cannot say for your family them who's supposed to protect you, we're going on a slippery slope.
Facts, I agree. And
we need to stay on top of what we are doing to let the police them know that we are displeased of them service, because at the end of the day, right, you cannot tell me, say, as a police officer, there's not one of them in there will have at least 4 out of the 5 sense for tell us common sense for tell us, listen, let me go and do some proper investigation on this thing here.
Bro, have you really looked at a lot of our police force?